Hey everyone, welcome to our live chat. We are doing these live chats for you every hour or every even hour starting at 8. Hey Nancy, how are you? So you have been spending the morning with Renee and I'm Heather to kind of wind up the afternoon. So I will be with you for the 2 and the 4 today. So I hope everyone is having a great Thursday. And let's get into airbrushing. So you might have received your system, or maybe you're waiting on it. Maybe you're thinking about ordering it. This is the Icon, this is the Icon Pro, which is the 2-speed, and it is great for your face and then doing your face makeup and then also tanning. Now yours might look like that, but be black, and that one is the Icon. Or you might have a Legend, which is just a little bit bigger but square. I don't know if you can tell if that's a square, but square. And that one is our Legend. They all operate the same. So this will help with anyone that you have. Now, our systems come put together. So you can put them, you don't have to have a 6, 8, 12, 24-page document on how to put them together. They're already together. The only thing you have to do is plug in the power cord in the back. So when you get your system, I want you to put water here, put your cap on that it comes with as well. And I want you to practice 3 things. I want you to practice keeping it 4 finger widths away from your face, keep moving, and then barely pull back on this trigger. If you can put water all over your face without it dripping down, you've got it, okay? You have got it nailed down. But practicing with water, it's fun. There's no stress in doing it, and you can have fun, learn where it becomes second nature for you, and then you are set for airbrushing. You're also going to receive 2 bottles of foundation, and we give you the big bottle so you can practice with them. Think of your starter kit as your practice kit, and we want you to use it. So once you get those movements down, put your foundation in there and start working with it. You're also going to get Love, make sure I have the right one, Love and a blush. Now we do change the blush depending on the kit. And so the deeper skin tones are going to get a deeper blush, and then lighter skin tones will get obviously a lighter blush. And just keep in mind that our blush is super high pigmented. So if you're not what I call a blushaholic, you might want to work on, oh my gosh, all these pulled out. You might want to work on putting the blush on first. And then when you're doing the foundation, it is going to help blend everything together. So as I stick the rest of these in here we go. I'm going to start taking off my makeup, and we are going to have some fun. All right. Taking this off. Let me grab my mirror. Now I do have a little bit of eye makeup on. I don't have mascara on because I am going to put the mascara on at the 4 o'clock, and then we'll do a complete look at the 4 o'clock. So, but I will go over a lot of things. My little bump on my nose is staying intact, so we can work on covering that one as well. Because keep in mind, when you airbrush, it's the passes that you make, and a pass is putting the airbrush, like making a pass around the face. And so when you make those passes, that is what's giving you your coverage. So it's not, oh, I want full coverage, I need to pull back harder on this. That's not the case. You're going to pull back super light, whether you like light coverage, medium, or full coverage. So that doesn't matter. You're just going to make more passes around the face if you're wanting full coverage. So I'm actually going to start this time with the peach color corrector. I really like this peach color corrector. It is great if you haven't worked with color correctors. It works with covering any dark circles. If you have any like sunspots or something like that, it works well with that as well. Now I have dark circles today, and then I also have some redness. So I'm just going to stick with the peach color corrector. I'm not going to change, to the green color corrector. I'm using the same one. I try to make it as simple as possible. And so with the peach color corrector, I'm going to spray underneath my eyes and keep moving. And I did about, I don't think I showed you guys, but I did about 3 drops, and I'm going to keep going. Now I'm going to focus just on those areas that I need that coverage. So underneath my eyes, down my nose, and my cheek area. So I have my mirror out. I know I have that little friend on my nose that I need to cover. And cover my, even though I do have a red nose, I'm going to go in and cover him. And I'm just going to use the rest of this. Now, I do have some pink in my outfit today, so I'm going to stick with the plum blush. Now, the plum is normally for a deeper skin tone, but I like showing you, and this kind of gives you an example of how you can use any color. I know a lot of people love the plum blush. You just don't, if you're lighter skin tone, you don't have to make as many passes. So I have my blush. I'm going in 1, did it do it? 1, 2. Whoop, that might have been 3. So that's 3. After I shook it really well, I put, it's supposed to be 2 drops in there of my blush. And now aiming at my cheeks, and I can feel that air blowing. So I know it's going exactly where that air is. And so I actually start making my movement and then pull back on the trigger. So now I'm pulling back and I see it a little bit, but I'm going to go ahead and switch to the other side. Because I'm concentrating on just one specific area, my cheeks, I want to give some time in between each application, each pass, for some dry time. When I'm doing the face, I don't need that because I'm making passes all over the face. But because I'm concentrating in one area, this always gives me the shivers when I do that eye. I'm doing a little bit of eyeshadow with the blush, just to grab a little bit of that peach or the pink color. And then now I'm going to go in and do my foundation. So I'm going to take my Silk 4-in-1 foundation, shaking it up. Now the Silk 4-in-1 has anti-aging properties in it. It has your moisturizer primer, it has your concealer, and it has your foundation. So it's the most forgiving foundation. You can get full coverage with the Silk 4-in-1. You're just going to make more passes. Hey, Nancy, I tried to cover eye circle with the foundation, but it got cakey looking and didn't cover. And you're going to order the concealer. Yeah, Nancy, what that tells me is you're trying to cover it too fast. Remember to make your pass and then keep moving down. Like it's 1, 2, move down. 1, 2, move down. And I would also try spraying even lighter underneath the eyes. So just do like 1, 2 pass and then keep blending it out. It's definitely doable. It might just take some practice, but you'll love the CC concealer too. So there you go. All right, so now you can tell that blush is blooming. It's coming up. And so definitely, oh wait, I ordered concealer. It's coming today. What's the difference between all the time? So Nancy, the difference, the concealers alone. So we have an airbrush concealer, the CC concealer. We also have a traditional concealer. So if you're interested in that, you could also use our traditional concealer. With that, I would put on the traditional concealer first and then airbrush over it and also work just on one side and then the other, because once it dries, it doesn't allow you a lot of movement with that concealer. I mean, it stays put. And so the CC concealers are going to give you a little, it's going to give you coverage, but they're airbrush. So very similar to the traditional, as far as there's 5 different colors, and you can actually put it on before or after your foundation. And then other things that conceal, that's not necessarily concealers, would be like eraser or X out. X out is for under eye circles. But it just depends on it just depends on how much cover. I like the CC concealers because I do get a little more coverage with them. And then, of course, the peach color corrector I love. So it honestly, it depends on what you prefer, what you like to use, that kind of thing. Oh, you'll love, Nancy, you'll love it. All right, so now I'm making my passes. I'm getting the coverage that I want. Uh-oh, I splattered a little bit. So this is a great, let me show you how to fix this one. I don't know if you can tell, but it splattered a little bit right here. So what am I doing? I'm just tapping it out. That's what I love about Luminous is there's no mistakes. There's absolutely no mistakes. So I just tap that out a little bit. And now I'm going to just go in and make a pass over it to make sure I didn't take off any of the makeup. And then what that's doing is blending it. Now I didn't stay here because then it would be too much makeup, too wet. It wouldn't blend. So I'm just going in. I can go under my eyes one more time to kind of blend that a little bit down my neck. And bam, there you go. That is how easy. Now I'm doing what's called blowing it out, which this is when you can pull all the way back on the trigger. I'm blowing the makeup that's left in the bowl out of my stylus, and now I'm going to clean it. And so I'm going to pour a little bit of CC concealer in there. I set up in my extra bedroom so I didn't have to keep breaking it down, put it back up, breaking it down, put it back. And so I don't have my sink anymore. And so I'm using the CC concealer. Just kidding. I'm using the Tip Top cleaner to clean it out. And so I did a couple of drops in there, and then I'm now going to do what's called back bubbling, which is it's on. I'm blocking the air, pulling lightly back on the trigger, and it bubbles in there. That's how we also mix. And then now I'm blowing all of that out. And so that is going to clean my stylus. Now I find that I don't need to clean in between each product. If you want to, more power to you. You can do that. But I find if you go in and you blow out what's in there, and then you can either do it on your hand or clean a tissue, just do a little bit and make sure that you're getting the color that you want. You can just keep going. You don't necessarily have to clean it in between. I just clean mine at the very end. Now, if I was moving, like let's say I did the airbrush eyebrows and then I did my foundation, yeah, I probably would clean it in between that. Or if you were using the Color FX, definitely clean it in between those. But for the most part, blow it out and then you can just keep going and then do the clean at the end. So there you go. All right. And I do have on, of course, Ballet Pink. For the 4 o'clock, we're going to do a full face. So we will do the makeup again. I'll put on mascara. I actually brought the mascara this time, and we will see what it's like to do a full face. And then I'm going to put a little bit brighter lips on. I think it's time for that. So thank you so much for joining me, guys. I hope to see you back here at 4 o'clock, and have a wonderful, wonderful day. All right. Bye for now.